penalty here and let the result of that play stand. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
A really good play by this defense, seeing it, attacking it, going and getting it. Obviously, they're running the RPO. They weren't fooled. They played the run, came up, made a nice tackle, got the running back on the ground.
Quickly complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Florida Atlantic gets to the line quickly. He might want another play. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Well, they try to throw for it there on third down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Now on the option. Now the pitch. And the first play is stuffed, and the visitors know they're not exactly being welcomed in this place.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps,
turning it on. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Looking to throw, it's Jenkins. The throw to the outside is complete. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Well, great job making the tackle there. Now setting up third down in your own red zone. This is a stop you have to come up with. You want to give up field goals in this area of the field, not touchdowns.
They go to the wide receiver screen. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. On fourth down, looking to pass. Flies it out of the air. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
And they must have had a play in practice that they just felt was unstoppable because they essentially just took away an automatic chip shot field goal to go for that fourth down. But because of the execution, it was just too good. They're looking now to score 6.
Wide receiver going in motion. They'll try to get it in with the run. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, this is very interesting because now down here in the red zone, you know it's not going to be easy throwing it because the windows are small. Can they run the ball against the best run defense in the entire nation? This is as big a challenge as you're going to find offensively.
After getting nothing, it's second and goal from the 6. Looking to fire. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Nice execution by this defense on second and goal. And they try to throw the football, they stay tight on them. On this offense, maybe I run some crossers, a little pick route, try to get my guy open.
That's got it. Touchdown, Wice. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
I think the days of running backs just running downhill are out the window. You better be able to do this. You see the playmaker slipping out of the backfield, throw him the football, he'll handle the rest, get in the end zone for the touchdown.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before. So you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute with some points on the board.
Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Looking for more room. The 30. Powers through. Did some work on the return. They mark him out of bounds right at the 20.
And that's just a force by the quarterback. They're throwing it into cover 3. It's a zone coverage, and if you're going to try to throw it deep down the middle, you need another route to occupy the safety and take them away. There was nothing there that time. That's just way too easy of an interception for him.
And you can tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but any plays when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in the fourth quarter game.
They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. A shot for the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
If they're able to make that pick, they're wiping points off the board. But because he dropped it, now it's 4th down, and of course, they're still in field goal range with an opportunity to score 3.
It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. Just drives it between the uprights. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. They've spotted them a 10-0 start. Now to see if they can answer on this drive. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. The Owls want to crank the tempo.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Finds space on the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Man, that play takes some protection. If you're going to stick in the belly, that wide receiver's going to run down the field that far. I need some good protection, and I need my lineman not to go downfield. Nice job by the quarterback making the right read, being patient, throwing that strike.
Quarterback making checks. To the air on 1st down. Pressure coming. Finds his man. It's Sands. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. High the chains now on 2nd and long. Off the play fake. Fires it down the seam. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He'll be stopped right at the after returning the pick, and the defense comes up with a turnover.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense puts you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
To the air, it's Jenkins. The screen, he's got wheels. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. And the Owls have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Throws to the wideout. It's incomplete, and I tell you, this sophomore quarterback still can't get that one back.
Excellent job by the DB, breaking on the football, getting there and making sure he gets a hand on it. Listen, it's not about catching it. It's not about getting the interception. It's making sure he doesn't catch it and deflecting that thing where he can't get it.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got it in the middle. It's Schwartz. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. On 4th down, looking for the completion. It's picked off, and that's number 10.
Well, everything was going so well for this team early here in this game. Now all of a sudden they get a critical mistake. And you know college football, David, is about momentum. What is their defense going to be able to do here now when they take it?
You're right, man. The momentum swings so fast, and now this defense's job is to go out and stop it, right? Like, we made a mistake. You held the guys up, sudden change. Be aware they might take a shot down the field, but let's grab the momentum right back.
Skips away from pressure. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man. They'll snap it with a minute to play here in the opening stanza. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Quick completion on the outside. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the 1st down, and they like to do this. When they make a 1st down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
The give out of the gun. Little too soft in that run defense. He picks up 4 to the 32. The Owls come to the line in the hurry up.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you've got to be prepared.
A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the 1st quarter. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Moving out of the pocket. He'll throw it. It's complete to the right. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this 1st period. We reached the end of the quarter, guys, and Rice has the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the 1st, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the 2nd quarter is about to get underway. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw for it. And that 3rd down pass had some serious juice, but they couldn't hook up.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Converge on 4th down. Still going. And that should be enough to give Florida Atlantic the 1st down. The offense changing the play. Looking to throw again. They get to him as he throws.
Nice job on the quarterback, hanging in the pocket, hanging in there. He knew
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Wice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. The quick out. Still running at the 40. There he goes. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
And that's the beauty of this offense and this playmaker at wide receiver. Throw the ball short, but what he does after the catch, he's just got so much speed, so dynamic with the football. And this is why they get it to him short, because he can take it to the house or make a big play on any reception.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going, but moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
Dropping back, it's Jenkins. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed it a little bit.
And this is a quarterback you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but it was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Motion from the wideout. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He's got it. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down, as they've got a first at the 32.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
To the air on 2nd down. Under fire. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
Nice job by the quarterback. That's in the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Right on the money. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Wice rushes to the line. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Oh, it's a fumble. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Wice.
You got to be Johnny on the spot sometime. How about that? The guy fumbles the ball, but his teammate was very aware. He was able to scoop it up himself, take it in for a touchdown. Guys, they may want to put that play in their game plan next week.
So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Let's see if Wice can get it in on 1st and goal. Defense showing blitz. Will they bail out of it? To the air, it's Jenkins. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Wice. The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Oklahoma is trailing, but don't tell me this team can't come back. I once saw Jalen Hurts lead the Sooners back from 28-3 down. We'll see what they're made of today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Kent State. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the belt. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up. And you got to communicate.
Try to make up
of the throw. Because he put it in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Lots of good stuff on that way. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to be in. Nice job. Fight that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch. Make the run. Get the first down.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Making side adjustments here. Second down, they'll go to the air. Showing the arm strength to the left. Makes the catch. Lining up to add another. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well and not give back that last score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Wice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create some. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Back to pass, it's Jenkins. Pulls it in, it's Jackson. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
And just no hesitation there by the quarterback, right? Primary target not open, so find your check down. Where's my running back? Yeah, I know I'm under pressure, and I know I'm going to get hit, but I'm not taking a sack. I'm going to find a way for us to get a few extra yards here.
Makes the grab. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Wice rushes to the line. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Jackson. At the 45 on his way. Turning on the Jets. He's at the top. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown Owls.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy shows you right there a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. These two offenses have been outstanding in the early going, and that ramps up the pressure to put something on the board every time you touch it. With the catch, it's flat. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. And off from the shotgun. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28. Moving quickly, trying to rattle the D.
Well, you got to be able to turn the page quickly on defense. Just gave up a first down on the ground, but here comes tempo. You've got to get lined up.
They'll give it to him again. Cross the 30 to the 35, and that's a gain of 6. And the Owls can really attack on this second and short.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Florida Atlantic to give to the tailback. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. A lot of urgency for this offense. He's got it on the way. Brings it to the open. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
Send the tight end in motion. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Snagged in the middle. It's Messi.
And that's his 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. My man is just finding pay dirt. Tell you what, these are the kind of guys that you continue to feature throughout a game when he can do this kind of damage after he catches the football.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. The play action fake. Fires to the right. It's incomplete, and I tell you, this sophomore quarterback's lucky to get that one back. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking to throw, it's Jenkins. Nowhere close on that one as he got it. Trying to deliver the football. Now they face 3rd down.
This QB has been so comfortable all day long. Obviously having a ton of success. You've got to affect him. You've got to put some hits on those body blows so you can make him wear out and physically feel you. This is the first time really getting to him. This defense needed this bad.
On target over the middle. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Taking it the other way.
And I don't mind this coaching staff and your decision to stay aggressive here with the lead at the end of the 1st half. You've got a quarterback, in my opinion, who's earned the right to throw the ball in these situations, but you've got to be better with your decision-making right there. That's a costly turnover, which now gives your opponent the chance to score some more points here at the end of the half.
He fires one deep over the middle. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Well, the offense taking a shot after getting the takeaway. They're in what's called the fringe area. It's not quite the red zone, but it's a good spot to throw posts, to throw goes, to throw deep corner.
Oh, he's got some space. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32. The magic beam is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the 1st half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. And they've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
With the 1st down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Quick release by the QB. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down. Florida Atlantic races to the line. Takes the handoff. It's Sands. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down. Timeout called by the defense. It's their 1st of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. And a chance to really carry momentum with them into the locker room if they can take the lead here. 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Picked up 6 on that last one, now 2nd and inches. Quarterback keeps it on the sneak. Scores on the sneak.
These close games a lot of times come down to who executes late in the ballgame. That was a late game situation. Nice execution, and now they got the lead going into the half, and they have all the momentum.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Clock is wound down, just over 20 seconds to go before the break. They'll have it 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Jenkins. Flips it out on the screen. Crosses the 30. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive run.
Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Floating away. Unleashes one. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Well, he's been Mr. Dependable early in this game. The first 5 attempts, all complete. Finally, the defense able to force an incompletion when they throw his way. This guy's route running his hands. It's a matchup problem, but the defense finally has something good happen.
He lobs one high down the left side. He can't haul it in. Incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Wice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. They ought to have some confidence based on that first half performance, but they turning it on. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David. They're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
Right back to the well. Shakes off the defender. Didn't get much done on that line. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air. It's Jenkins. Unloads to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. And a big gain there. He's knocked down immediately at the 45.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get two bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight.
Oh, out of space. He's at the touchdown. They look finished, but they're all the way back, and they have the lead. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Out of the end zone. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. Last time they had it, a thing of beauty. Did whatever they want, run, pass, and wound up in the end zone. Wants to throw on first down. That's reeled in. It's flat. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play.
Quarterback and receiver on the same page there on the pro route. Nice job by the receiver finding the soft spot and zone and just settling down, making that throw a whole bunch easier.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. The Owls racing to the line in the hurry up.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right front. Nice job.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you're set up third and long. Now you're set up to throw.
They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Messer. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. This offense is starting to believe it as they generate yards and points. They're bringing momentum with them. Using the quick game. And the Owls can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wide receiver comes in motion. Gonna sling it on second down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Florida Atlantic comes to the line on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Looking for the end zone. And they're finally able to get him on the ground at the one. Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. Tries again to get it in. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on third here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming down.
Touchdown!
I'll tell you what, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. He's got the back in the middle. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Scanning the field, it's Jenkins. He'll grab the throw to the sideline and step out of bounds at the 50.
But on that outbreaking route, really it's designed for the receiver to make the catch before falling out of bounds. Nice timing and anticipation by the quarterback on that throw.
The Owls are facing 3rd and inches. Design run for the quarterback. And they needed an inch, and they didn't get it. This defense gives up nothing, and you'll like it.
And that is how you bring it. You see the ball, you go get it right now, and you bring the wood with some bad intention.
They'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. Turns it over to midfield. Speeding down the left side. Past the 10. Touchdown, Owls. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
If I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
He'll bring it out. It's Smith. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Caught in the backfield, it's Terrell. There he goes. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
I'll tell you, this quarterback has just been in a great rhythm all game long. With that last completion, he's now over 300 yards passing.
Quarterback may change this route. Wants to go up top on 1st down. The short hands, it's Messer.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
On 3rd down, he drops the throw. A little screen to the running back. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. How about this? Lined up right at the center of the field for 4th and inches. Trying to do it on the ground. And it looks as if Florida Atlantic will have enough for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the RPO, complete. Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a 1st down. Florida Atlantic trying to line up quickly.
Well, the offense just taking what the defense gives them there. There's a lot of cushion out in coverage, so that was just too easy for the quarterback. Spits it out, and they pick up the 1st.
A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Brings him to the open. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. national rankings. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. On the gun. Give on the inside. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Goodness gracious, if you blinked, you missed it. Horrible blocking up front. Defender gets in there so fast.
Did he line up in the backfield? A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. They'll stop him short on third down, in this defense trying to make sure they stay on top. This game will come down to this, a field goal try to save them. He'll boot it from the left side, and from this distance, that angle ought to be fairly easy. Splits the uprights. Good. Guys, we have a tie ball game here in the fourth.
And that's why this kid is so automatic. Set him up anywhere on the field, and he puts it right down the pipe.
Wice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. On the option. Just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a man. It's Jenkins. Buys a little time. He's got some space. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll run it from the gun. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Owls in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Now they're going to throw it. Blasted as he lets it go. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. Penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. 3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out quickly. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. This Wice offense has a nice-looking drive going. Running to the left. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He's loose. The tag. Touchdown, Owls. And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
This receiver is dangerous because of what he can do after the catch. Once he has the football, he is so good at making defenders miss. You saw it on that play.
And the kick is good, but there's a penalty flag, and I think it's going to be roughing the kicker. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return.
Big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Might be changing the route. Makes the catch. It's Messer. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer.
they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
Finds a man in the middle. They get him down at the 34-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup and a first down.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone beater. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play.
Setting up for the extra point and the top.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not one, not two, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Wice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. Back to throw, it's Jenkins. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I just love the way the defense prepares. Each and every week we see this defense come out. It's like 11 guys. They've got their head in the game, and they're playing as one unit. They knew it was going to be tough facing this option game with the quarterback in the running attack, but they've just done...
There he goes. He's brought down at the 33 as the defense keeps him away from that first down marker. Fourth down coming up. Snapped it in the shotgun. Caught, close to the marker, it's Turner. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
Nice execution by the offense on third down, understanding what they had to do to get the first down, pass complete, move the sticks, new set of downs.
Moving away from pressure, finding open areas. Getting closer and closer to midfield, out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 47. The Owls with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Finding an escape route. Touchdown Owls! They move on top here on the fourth.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. And he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners. When he kicked it in gear, got the long touchdown.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Fielded in the end zone. It's Smith. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. An aerial assault last time that took him right to the end zone, Dave.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. And the Owls with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Trying to set up the screen. Wrestled down up to 43 after getting 5. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down.
knows the pass is coming, so they're going to have guys with their eyes on the QB, but they're going to try to get to him with pressure, pinning their ears back. If you're on offense, you might be thinking blitz here. You better get rid of this one quick.
They'll send the back in motion. Now the play fake. Flushed out of the pocket. Gets rid of it. It's complete on the right side. Breaks into the open. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to throw on first down. Got a man in Sands. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. The Owls want to pick up the tempo. Back to pass on second down. He got the screen set up. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Looking down the middle. Got his man downfield. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. And guys, if they can somehow, some way find their way into the end zone, we'll have a tie game in the fourth. They'll run it on first and goal. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on second and goal from the 6. Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play.
And great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game now. All you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do, just like practice. Knock it through the uprights, tie this football game. Might be looking at overtime soon.
Big point after here, looking for the tie late. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the fourth. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. Looking to throw, it's Jenkins. Makes the grab, it's Turner. Timeout is called by the offense. They have 14 seconds left.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. He'll pull it down. Nice run there, picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. To the air on first down. Got it on the outside. It's Thompson. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. And the Owls can really attack on this second and short. Wants to go up top. Moves around to clear up the vision. Now he'll let one fly down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. He just has to make that catch. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime.
And remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and two-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
We'll get it started here in overtime. Makes the grab. It's terrible. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Florida Atlantic gets to the line quickly. Using his legs, it's Terrell. Runs through the tackle. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. First and goal as they try to jump on top here in overtime. With the run on first and goal. They strike first in overtime.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
And he makes the extra point. Now on first down, they need to answer with a touchdown. To throw, it's Jenkins. Using his feet to buy time. Running to Green. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got...
Touchdown, Wice. They got it in, and now an extra point away from the tie.
Obviously, very hard to complete passes this area of the field. Nice execution. Now you're down by 1, and now you got to make the decision. Are we going to go for it and try to end the game right here and put this game in our offense's hands? What do you think?
And that's why I love having the ball second, because I get the opportunity to do this. I knew they scored a touchdown. We scored a touchdown. Now, do I want to go for the win, or do I want to continue this game on? It's so nice to have the ball second.
He got it. The aggressive call pays off and wins the game in overtime. My pulse rate is still through the roof on this game. I would have called that one for free. Wait, I don't want to get carried away there, but it was a really fun game and a great win.
It really was. I know we're all up here. We're bouncing around. We're excited after having seen what we just saw. What a great win for this team to go out and do it in overtime. That's the type of game that fans are going to be talking about for a long time.
Free.
Yeah, right.
You know, Reese Davis, that is not happening, but we got a free game that was awesome. Back and forth, nip and tuck, and bonus time. You got some free overtime play in that one.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.